All right, next up, Vitality Stadium, Bournemouth versus Crystal Palace. Johnny, starting with you. Obviously, we touched on Bournemouth's win against Everton briefly there. They got the last minute own goal. Interestingly enough, I just checked it there. Bournemouth are only 6 points off European places like Conference League. Like that whole, 13th to 7th, sixth spot is pretty crazy. And over, the running towards the end of the season, there's going to be a lot of movement in that table.
Yeah, it's a serious bottleneck there around mid-table.
Hmm.
And we've said it numerous times what a fantastic season they are having. A fair play to them. This time last year, they had to put together a serious run just to get out of serious danger. So they would have bit your hand off. To be in this position is outstanding. I
Yeah.
know we get them a lot of hate for handling how they handled O'Neill last season at the end of the season, but I mean, if they can go potentially get us European spot, which is outrageous. If you were
Yeah,
told
outrageous
someone
to
at the
think
start of
of.
the
Yeah,
season
yeah. Jeez.
that they could potentially finish ahead of Man United and Chelsea, they're like, fuck off.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's on the cards for them,
yeah.
which is unbelievable when you think of it. It's an outrageous thing that they could achieve this season. So, I mean, it's only the sky's the limit. Like, and they have a nice fixture this weekend. Solanke is having the best season of his career. He's also, I don't think it's enough for him to get into an England squad for the Euros, but it might be enough for him to get a second chance at a big club. Not everyone does get that second chance, so it's a chance for him maybe to put himself really in the shop window. But fair play to him. Bournemouth are a very, very small club. So, and even if they don't achieve that, if they were to finish top 10, that's an outstanding season for them and won that at start of the season. A lot of people would have said for them to be in serious danger going down, it would be very close. For them to be where they are now, virtually safe and looking upwards, fantastic and fair play to them.
All right, Rob, staying with Bournemouth real quickly now. Yeah, next 9 games, the last 9 games, they play four of those 7 teams above them. Like they're going to really, really push now for the next few games.
Yeah, like their highest Premier League finish was ninth, which I know at the moment they're 13th, but it's only 4 points away.
Yeah,
At the moment, like obviously from as a Brighton in that place, so like that'll be their goal now. Like try and reach that if they can even match it. Brilliant. Like a year after just about avoiding relegation, that's an amazing job. Um, can they go one step further for Europe? I don't think so. With Brighton, Chelsea are just weird. Anyways, West Ham, you don't think them three
well,
teams, even
they
Wolves.
play Brighton, Man United, Chelsea, and Wolves as well, and that they're the four teams that they play. So you never know. Like you never
Yeah, well,
know.
that's it. Yeah, they're all battling for the same thing, some sort of European football. Which is, but it's been a great season. Like there is battles everywhere. You have the top three going for the title. I know it's mainly just Spurs and Villa for fourth place, but then from United down to pretty much Bournemouth now in 13th,
Yeah.
taking European places, which is amazing. And there's still 5 or 6 teams that could be relegated. So, fantastic season, and they've Bournemouth have definitely played their part to add to it.
Yeah, sticking with you real quickly now, just on Crystal Palace. Obviously, we talked about quite a lot last week, and this whole new manager bounce hasn't really happened for him. He's not doing too bad. Don't get me wrong. He's only lost
Mm.
like 2 games since he's come in out of five, I think it is. But you know, obviously Crystal Palace, we know what they're like. They're the same kind of team every season. I think they're 8 points above relegation. I don't see them really getting brought into a relegation scrap. I know you can say
No.
like technically they may be in one, but I think they're probably out of all the teams down in that 14th to bottom place, they're probably the safest ones there.
Yeah, 8 points with 9 games to go is a lot to try and make up when the teams below them are so bad. Um, they're safe.
Although,
Like there's just no.
although
Sorry, go
saying that, looking at their fixtures now, obviously away to Bournemouth, home to Man City, away to Liverpool, home to West Ham, home to Newcastle, away to Fulham, home to United, away to Wolves, and home to Villa. That's probably as
Yeah,
tough as
fair
you
enough.
get.
They actually could come out
They
of it
actually
0
could. I
points. Yeah,
regret. I regret everything I
yeah.
just said.
But that's typical Palace. They steadied the ship ever so slightly, but there's no progression with them. It hasn't been for a while, and that's why the fans are so annoyed at the moment with them. How long before to bring in Hodgson again? Probably just the last 3 games for
Yeah,
relegation battle.
he'd be cold in the ground and they'd still be asking if he's available.
They're still
Um,
looking for him.
Wheel him in.
yeah.
And that was
All
it.
right. So we'll jump in predictions. So, Rob, start with you.
2-1 Bournemouth.
Johnny.
3-1 Bournemouth.
I can't see for the life of me see Crystal Palace scoring. I'm going to say 3-0 Bournemouth. I think they're going to continue on this push and keep going.